Today I'm going to be rebuilding the Indiana Pacers and hopefully making the Pacers into championship contenders. So far this season, the Pacers have a win-loss record of 25 wins and 20 losses, which puts them at the 5th seed. And of course, we're going to be rebuilding the team around Tyrese Halliburton. To start off the season, Halliburton was struggling a lot, but now the past few months he's been playing amazing basketball once again. He's playing like he was the previous season where he's found his shot, which is a good sign. Pascal Siakam will remain on the team for now since he's also been playing amazing, averaging 20 points per game, shooting 41% from the 3-point line, which is a career high for him. There's rumors going around that Miles Turner is going to be traded, so that's exactly what we're going to be doing here for trade number 1. And one problem that the Indiana Pacers do have is their rebounding. They're one of the worst rebounding teams in the league, and Miles Turner is not really a good rebounder, so we're going to go find ourselves a center that can score, rebound, and defend. Benedict Mathurin also has been having an amazing season, averaging a career high, well, not a career high, almost a career high, 16.5 points per game. Also, make sure to drop a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new for more NBA 2K25 rebuilds. Now let's get right into the first trade. I'm going to be targeting Mark Williams from the Charlotte Hornets. He's an amazing center. He's averaging a career high, almost 16 points per game. He's a good rebounder. He can rim protect. So we're going to try acquiring him and bringing him to the Indiana Pacers in return for Miles Turner and Thomas Bryant. We also have to take on Josh Green's contract to make this work. Josh Green could possibly be a rotational player off of our bench. So let's see what the Hornets say to this trade. Miles Turner and Thomas Bryant for Mark Williams and Josh Green. And they do decline. They give us a counteroffer. They want a first-round pick, James Johnson, and they want to give us Grant Williams. I don't really want to take on all these big contracts, so we're going to take Grant Williams out of this trade and see if we can throw in a few second rounders and get this done. Let's see what happens here. One first rounder does not get it done, but they give us a counteroffer, James Johnson for Seth Curry. I'm fine with that since Seth Curry is on a minimum contract that's expiring, the same as James Johnson. So let's go ahead and pull this trade off, and now we acquired ourselves a new starting center in Mark Williams. We're going to be pulling off another trade since we do need a backup center on our team. We're going to be trading away Aaron Nesmith. There's been rumors that Aaron Nesmith is on the trade block. I'm not sure how true that is, but we will be trading him away for a backup center since we already have Jarris Walker on our team to be our backup small forward. We can get Nikola Vucevic. I would like this trade, but the Indiana Pacers are one of the worst defenses in the league, so getting Vucevic would most definitely not help out our defense at all. So what I'm looking for is a defensive big man, and there's one center that I have in mind, and that's Robert Williams III. He would be an amazing backup center on our team. He's an amazing rebounder, amazing rim protector, and a really good defender. So let's go ahead and pull this trade off here with the Portland Trail Blazers, where we send them Aaron Nesmith for Robert Williams III. That's the last trade we will be making for this season. I'm pretty sure our team just got a lot better with those two trades that we made. In my opinion, the Indiana Pacers are a few pieces away from being championship contenders. They're a really good team. Last season they made it all the way to the conference finals. Maybe if they had some rebounding on their team, they could have won that series. Honestly, who knows? But Mark Williams and Robert Williams will bring rebounding and defense to the Pacers team, which we badly needed since the Pacers were one of the worst rebounding teams and one of the worst defensive teams, but they are one of the best offensive teams. So let's get to simulating. We'll see how things play out. If we play good, I'll be simulating until the end of this season. If not, of course, I can stop at the trade deadline and make some trades. So I'll see you guys at the end of this season if we're playing good. And here we are at the end of season number 1, where Shai Gilgeous-Alexander wins MVP, averaging an insane 34 points per game. That's crazy. Is this man even human? 34 points is like prime James Harden. Alexander Sarr wins Rookie of the Year. Naz Reid winning 6th Player of the Year. Wemby winning Defensive Player of the Year. Amin Thompson Most Improved. Jokic wins Clutch Player of the Year. Mark wins Coach of the Year, and we win Executive of the Year. Let's go. As you guys can see in the bottom left corner, we won 53 games, losing only 29. We had a phenomenal season after we pulled off those trades. Let's see if we get any All-NBA selections here, and we do get Tyrese Haliburton on All-NBA third team. Let's go. He had a phenomenal season. I'll show you guys here in a second. We don't get any all-defensive team or rookie since we don't have any rookies we've been playing. And where are we? We were the 3rd seed. In round number 1, we're going to be going up against the Miami Heat. Let me show you guys our player stats before we jump into the playoffs here. So Tyrese Haliburton led the way with 21.5 points per game, as well as 9.5 points, 9 points, basically 10 assists per game. So he was basically averaging a double-double. I raised Tyrese Haliburton's shot tendency, that way he shoots the most amount of shots. And clearly that worked out, because before that he was averaging around 17-18 points per game. Now he's averaging 21.5 points per game. Right behind him is Pascal Siakam, averaging 20 points per game, 7 rebounds, 4 assists. On amazing efficiency, still continued shooting 41% from the 3-point line. Benedict Mathurin averaged 16 points per game. He had an amazing season, really good efficiency, 38% from the 3-point line, and 47% from the field. Mark Williams, an amazing get for our team, 13 points per game from him, as well as 9 rebounds, 2 assists, 1.5 block on really good efficiency. Andrew Nembhard, 11 points per game, as well as 6 assists, 10.5 from TJ McConnell off the bench. Obi Toppin, 10.5, 7.5 from Robert Williams, as well as 7 rebounds, 1 steal, and 1 block. So really good get for our backup center position, Robert Williams. Josh Green, we didn't play. We did play Jarris Walker as our backup small forward, and he was also really good in the limited minutes. Now let me fix up our player minutes, and then we'll see if we can defeat the Miami Heat to advance to round number 2. I fixed up our player minutes. Now let's see if we can defeat the Miami Heat. It doesn't look like they made any changes to their starting 5. They have Bam, Haywood Highsmith, Jimmy Butler, Terry Rozier, and Tyler Hero. Off the bench, they have Duncan Robinson, Hami Hawkes, Alec Burks, Kevin Love. So yeah, not any changes made to the roster. They were the 6th seed. Let's see if we can defeat them here. Game 1 is a loss for us. Haliburton had a double-double, but we still fell short. Game number 2 is a win for us. Let's go. Hallie with a 38-point double-double, 20 from Benedict Mathurin, 16-point double-double from Mark Williams. Game 3 is also a win for us, and they do tie up the series in Game 4. Game 5 we win, which puts us up 3-2. Let's see what's going to happen here. Hopefully we can defeat them this next game. Haliburton had 34 points, 11 assists, 24 from Pascal Siakam. He was playing really good so far. For some reason, he's not playing the minutes that we're assigning him. He's only playing 28 minutes per game, even though I've assigned him 36, which doesn't make much sense. Haliburton is at playing phenomenal. 27 points per game, 11 assists, but he's shooting horrible from the 3-point line right now. Hopefully he can pick that up here. Let's see what happens, and we do win in Game 6, advancing to the next round where we're going to be facing up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Now this team is a lot more scary than the Miami Heat. They were the 2nd seed. They have basically 4 90 overall players in their starting 5. Jarrett Allen is now at 88 overall, 89 from Evan Mobley. So let's see what's going to happen in this series. Game 1 is a win for us. Let's go. Pascal Siakam had 33 points, 26 from Mathurin, 21 from Mark Williams, 20 assists from Tyrese Haliburton on only 2 turnovers, which is insane, as well as 18 points. TJ McConnell also had a double-double, 11 assists and 10 points. Game number 2 is also a win for us. Okay, so we're up 2-0 against the Cleveland Cavaliers. 27 and 13 from Hallie, 27 from Pascal Siakam, 17 from Obi Toppin, who's been playing really good for us off the bench. His efficiency is insane. 54% from the field and 37% from the three-point line. Let's go. Game number 3 is also a win, which puts us up 3-0 against second seed. That's insane. 24-16 from Hallie, 24 from Benedict Mathurin, who's shooting 60, 50, almost 80. Insane efficiency. Pascal Siakam at 23, 18 and 11 from Mark Williams, who's averaging 15 this playoff run. Are we going to sweep the second seed? And we do just that. Okay. Tyrese Haliburton had 43 points as well as 10 assists, making 8 3-pointers this game. Pascal Siakam had 24, 19 from Mark Williams. Again, I love the fit of Mark Williams on this team. He's been really good for us. Benedict Mathurin 18, Obi Toppin 18, Nembhard 12, and McConnell 12. And now we're in the conference finals once again. We were in the conference finals the previous season, so the Pacers made the conference finals back to back. But this time, hopefully we can win it. And we do get the Boston Celtics, so hopefully this time around we defeat the Boston Celtics and advance to the NBA Finals. It doesn't look like they made any changes, but they did make a change to their point guard position. They have Peyton Pritchard starting instead of Jrue Holiday. For some reason in 2K, this always ends up happening where Jrue Holiday is pushed to the bench. Honestly, that's a little bit better for us since Jrue Holiday is an elite defender. He won't be guarding Haliburton. Let's see how things go. Game 1 is a loss for us. Pascal Siakam had 26. We ended up losing by 7 points. Game 2 is a win for us though. Whoa, Nembhard with 38 points, 29, 13, and 9 from Pascal Siakam, 28 and 10 from Haliburton. We won that game by 20 points, so that was a really good game for us. How was our defense? It was pretty good. Let's see if we can go up 2-1 here, which we do. Let's go. Pascal Siakam this time had 40 points, 37 and 12 from Haliburton, 15 from McConnell. Game 4 puts us up 3-1. That is insane. Holy, we held the Boston Celtics to only 80 points this game. Jason Tatum shooting 5 of 22, 6 of 15 from Brown, 5 of 15 from Porzingis. So our defense was really good this game. Ali had 32 points, 11 assists, 18 from Pascal Siakam, 17 points and 19 boards from Mark Williams. Let's go. Is this going to be a gentleman's sweep? It's not a gentleman's sweep, but we do beat them in 6. Luka Doncic wins Western Conference Finals MVP, and Tyrese Haliburton wins Eastern Conference Finals MVP. Let's go. Now, the toughest challenge, probably the toughest challenge. We're in the finals facing up against the Dallas Mavericks, who somehow were the 6th seed, which doesn't make much sense, but they were. Even with Luka averaging a 30-point triple-double nearly. Let's see what happens here. This team is a lot scarier than any team we've versed so far, in my opinion. If you guys know, you know how deadly the Dallas Mavericks are in 2K. So let's see what happens here. Game 1 is a loss for us. Hallie had 29, 12, but we still fell short. Game 2 is a win for us though. Let's go. Benedict Mathurin with 26 points. Tyrese Haliburton with 23. And we had 2 double-doubles from Mark Williams and Pascal Siakam. Game 3 is also a win for us. Let's go. Pascal Siakam, 25 points, 22 from Benedict Mathurin, 21 from Hallie. Game 4 puts us up 3-1 in the NBA Finals. I was not expecting us to be winning a championship in the first season. It's not over yet, I know, but we're up 3-1. Haliburton had 33 points, 12 assists. Basically, our whole team was in double-digit scoring, except for Jarris Walker. That's insane offense from our team. Let's see if we're gonna gentleman sweep them. We are not able to gentleman sweep them. Can we beat them here? If we lose in this game, they're gonna be pushing us to game 7. They do have home court advantage. Let's see what happens here. So far, we do have the lead. They are pushing back and they take the lead right back from us. Oh god, they're up by 3 minutes remaining. Let's see. And yeah, it looks like they're going to be winning by 2 points. We almost came back there in the end, but we couldn't get that win. I think I'm going to be coming up with a coach game plan before we advance to game 7. Maybe put Andrew Nembhard on Luka Doncic, since Nembhard's one of our best defenders in our starting lineup. So I'm going to come up with a coach game plan, and then let's see what happens for game 7. I did come up with a defensive coach game plan here for game 7. Let's see if that's going to help our team win here in game 7, where we do have home court advantage. Let's see what happens. So far we do have the lead, but not by much. Hopefully we can run away with this. We're up by 10, 5 minutes remaining. They are pushing back. Let's slow this down a little bit here. We're up by a little bit here, and looks like we're going to be winning ourselves a championship in the first season. Tyrese Haliburton had 24 points, 13 assists, 22 from Mark Williams, 20 from Benedict Mathurin, 12 from Pascal Siakam, 11 from TJ McConnell. So we win ourselves a championship in season number 1, which is pretty insane because I was not expecting that. The Indiana Pacers are the 2025 NBA champions, with Tyrese Haliburton winning Finals MVP, averaging a double-double. Let me show you guys our player stats for the playoffs here. Our team played absolutely amazing. Honestly, that just proves that the Indiana Pacers are a few pieces away from winning a championship. Obviously, it's 2K, but I really do believe that the Pacers are a few pieces away from winning a championship. So for the playoff run, this was the player stats. Haliburton averaged a double-double, 21 from Pascal Siakam, 15 from Benedict Mathurin, 13.5 from Mark Williams, 12 from Nembhard, and 10.5 from Obi Toppin, and then the rest of the team. And now let's see how our team played in the NBA Finals. So Haliburton led the way in the NBA Finals, averaging a double-double, 25.5 points per game, 17.5 from Benedict Mathurin. He was our second leading scorer. 16.5 from Pascal Siakam, 13 from Mark Williams, 10 from Nembhard, 9.5, well, basically 10 from Obi Toppin, 9 from TJ McConnell, and then the rest of the team. Our team played really good, so let's see if we can win back-to-back championships here. I'm going to overturn a few of these retirements, and then I'll see you guys either at the NBA draft or at free agency. We had the 30th overall pick in the NBA draft, and I went ahead and selected Dink Pate, who's a shooting guard, but I'm probably going to be moving his position over to point guard and see how he does in the future. Hopefully he progresses in the next few seasons. And for team player options, I went ahead and accepted everyone here: Ben Shepherd, James Wiseman, Jarris Walker, Mark Williams, and Benedict Mathurin. I'm not sure if we have to give anyone a contract. Let's see if there's anyone on our team that's going to be a free agent. And it doesn't look like that. So that means we got all of our good players locked up on contracts, which is really nice to see. I'm not sure if I'm going to be making any moves this offseason. Maybe a trade if there's a trade that I like for a new backup point guard, because I know TJ McConnell is going to regress a ton this offseason. So if we're able to move TJ McConnell for a different backup point guard, of course, I'll be showing you guys the trade we're going to be making. So this here is a trade we're going to be pulling off for Ty Jerome, who could be an amazing backup point guard for our team. Offensively, he can basically give us exactly what TJ McConnell was giving us in around 20 minutes per game. He averages more than 10 points. He's a good playmaker, good perimeter defender, and a really good three-point shooter. He was shooting 42% from the three-point line, making 122 three-pointers. He's basically going to be giving us the same as TJ McConnell, but on the flip side, he's going to be giving us a lot more three-pointers, which is a good sign. So we're going to have to give up TJ McConnell and Isaiah Jackson. Isaiah Jackson won't be playing for us anyways, since we already have our center rotation locked down. So we're going to go ahead and pull this trade off for Ty Jerome. That may be the only trade we make this off season. I'm going to be pulling off this trade here with the New York Knicks, where we send them Johnny Furphy for Tyler Kolek. Tyler Kolek probably won't be a part of our rotation, but I'm going to be acquiring him anyways, just in case in the future we need a new backup point guard. He could be that player. I'm also going to be trading away John Conchar, $12 million contract, so let's go ahead and trade him away, bring some space on our team, and then I'll see you guys at the start of this coming season. Benedict Mathurin is open for a new contract extension, so we're going to go ahead and give him just that. We'll give him around 4 years, $100 million contract. Let's make that flat, so that'll be exactly $100 million throughout 4 years. And he should accept this, which he does. And now we have Benedict Mathurin locked up for 5 years, which is a really good sign. So that means he'll be on our team for the next few seasons. And here we are at the start of this season. We're going to be running a 9-man rotation. Our starting 5 is going to be the same with Tyrese Haliburton, Andrew Nembhard, Benedict Mathurin, Pascal Siakam, and Mark Williams. And then off the bench, we're going to have Ty Jerome, Robert Williams III, Obi Toppin, and Jarris Walker. So we're playing our bench players a lot of minutes. Each of them are getting around 20 minutes per game. James Wiseman's almost up to an 80 overall, as you guys can see, but he's not in the rotation since we already have 2 rotational centers in our rotation. So I'm not sure what we're going to be doing with James Wiseman. His contract is going to be expiring this coming off season, so we could possibly use him in a trade. He should have some trade value. We also have Josh Green, Ben Shepherd, Tyler Kolek. So we have a lot of decent players that are not in our rotation that we could possibly use in a trade at the trade deadline if we decide to make some moves to our roster. But as of right now, this is what our 9-man rotation is going to be looking like. Now I'm going to get simulating. I'll be seeing you guys either at the trade deadline if there's trades to be made. If not, I'll be simulating until the end of this season. We're stopped here at the trade deadline, and we're going to be pulling off a trade for a new backup point guard. Ty Jerome's not playing as good as he did in the previous season. As you guys can see, his shooting splits have dropped by a ton. So we're going to be trading him and James Wiseman away for Malcolm Brogdon, who's shooting 44% from the 3-point line. Brogdon's always amazing in 2K, so we're going to go ahead and bring him on our team. And James Wiseman's contract is going to be expiring, so there's no point of keeping him on our team. Might as well use his trade value while we can. So we're going to be pulling this trade off for a new backup point guard, and Malcolm Brogdon. We're bringing him back to Indiana. I believe he used to be a part of the Pacers in the past. Let's double check that. And yes, he was. He was here for a few seasons, so we brought him back to Indiana. Let's see how things play out. I'm not going to be making any more trades for the rest of the season because we're playing absolutely amazing, and I think we're championship contenders once again. So now I'll be simulating until the end of this season, where hopefully we can win our team another back-to-back championship. Luka Doncic wins MVP. Tyrese Haliburton was in the race to winning MVP second, right behind Luka Doncic in the MVP race. He played absolutely amazing. I'll show you guys his stats here in a second. Cooper Flagg wins Rookie of the Year. Scoot Henderson somehow ended up on the Philadelphia 76ers, winning 6th Player of the Year. I'm not sure how that quite happened. But yeah, now he's with the Philadelphia 76ers. Wemby wins Defensive Player of the Year. Cam Whitmore winning Most Improved Player now with the Miami Heat, averaging 17 points per game. In real life, I'm really bullish on Cam Whitmore. I believe he's going to have a really good season in the future. I could see him being a 20 points per game type of player. But yeah, if I was the Houston Rockets, don't really play a minute, so other teams should be trying to trade for him, in my opinion. He's a good, consistent scorer in real life. De'Aaron Fox wins Clutch Player of the Year. Rick Carlisle, our coach, wins Coach of the Year. And we also win Executive of the Year. As you guys can see in the bottom left corner, we won 67 games, losing only 15. And there's our boy Tyrese Haliburton making it on all NBA first team. He had an amazing season. I'll show you guys here in a second. And that's it for all NBA. And we don't get anyone on all defensive team, which is all right. We were the first seed, and in round number 1, we're going to be facing up against the Chicago Bulls, who have Lonzo Ball, Kobe White, Zach LaVine, Williams, and Nikola Vucevic. Let me show you guys our player stats for the regular season before we get into the playoffs here. So Halliburton had an MVP season, literally averaging a 29 points per game season, career high in points, and then 11 assists, shooting 50, 40, 80. So he had an amazing season, as you guys can see. Right behind him was Pascal Siakam, putting up 18 points per game, 6 rebounds, 4 assists on really good efficiency. He shot 40% from the three-point line, basically, once again. Benedict Mathurin, 17 points per game. Good thing we gave him that extension, because he's been playing amazing ever since. As you guys can see here, averaging 17 points per game, a career high in points per game. Mark Williams, 13.5 and almost 11 rebounds as well. 12.5 from Nembhard, 7 assists as well as a steal. 11 from Malcolm Brogdon, 10 from Obi Toppin, and then the rest of the team. And now let me fix up our player minutes, and then we'll get right into these playoffs. So I fixed up our player minutes. The Chicago Bulls also have Ausar Thompson, and it looks like they got him in free agency somehow, even though he was supposed to be on a 4-year contract with the Detroit Pistons. It looks like the Detroit Pistons let him walk in free agency. I've seen this happening in 2K over and over again. The players from the 2023 draft, their teams end up letting them walk for some reason, instead of accepting the player option. I've seen it happen to Victor Wembanyama, I've seen it happen to Chet Holmgren, and now we've seen it happen with Ausar Thompson, so it seems like that's been happening quite a bit here. This team is pretty good, to be honest. They're not a bad team, but they were the play-in team, so hopefully we're able to defeat them. Let's see what happens here. They don't really have a number 1 option. Maybe Zach LaVine, but he's not really averaging 20 points per game. He's averaging 16. So they don't have a player on their team that's putting up 20 points per game. Game 1, we do win with Halliburton putting up 36 points, 14 assists, 20 from Pascal Siakam. Game 2 is also a win for us. Hallie with another double-double. Mark Williams also had a double-double. 18 from Benedict Mathurin. Our whole team played absolutely amazing. Game 3 is also a win, which puts us up 3-0 against the Bulls, with Hallie putting up 30 points, 24 from Pascal Siakam. He's not playing the minutes we're assigning him once again. This was happening the previous playoff run as well. I have assigned him around 36 minutes per game, but as you guys can see, he's only playing 30 minutes per game. So yeah, I'm not sure why that's the case, but it is. Game 4, we end up sweeping the Chicago Bulls. Pascal Siakam puts up 33 points, 25 and 12 from Tyrese Halliburton. The reason I want Pascal Siakam playing his full 36 minutes is, I'll show you guys here. Per 36 minutes, he'll be averaging 27 points per game. But now he's averaging 23, so that's an extra 5 points he could be giving us. But for some reason, he's not playing the minutes we're assigning him. Now we're in round 2, where we got the Cleveland Cavaliers, who are the number 5th seed. They do have Evan Mobley. They have the same exact starting 5. They added Kelly Olynyk, Johnny Davis, and yeah, that's basically it. They didn't make many moves to their roster. Well, let's see what happens here. Game number 1 is a win for us. Let's go. Hallie with 47 and 15. Amazing playoff run from Tyrese Halliburton, averaging 33 points per game. Mark Williams with another 20-point double-double. Game number 2 is a loss for us. Hallie had a double-double, but we did fall short to the Cleveland Cavaliers. The series is tied, and now they're up 2-1 against us. Oh, damn. All right, what do we do here? What do we do? Perhaps I think I'm going to be coming up with a coach game plan. I'm not sure if we do lose this next game. I most definitely will have to come up with a coach game plan. Let's see what happens here. We'll jump into Simcast. They do have home court advantage. Hopefully we can win this here. We do have the lead at the moment, and it looks like we will be winning this game and tying up the series. Hallie had 39 points, 11 assists. Nembhard had 21, 15 from Robert Williams. Pascal Siakam played 32 minutes that game. I'm going to try fixing his minutes. I'm not sure why he's only playing around 30 minutes per game when I've given him 36. I think it's because Obi Toppin is taking those minutes away from Pascal Siakam. So I'm going to try fixing this up a little bit if I can. Obi Toppin, again, has been playing amazing for us this season as well. As you guys can see, his true shooting is 69%. That's crazy. And something I forgot to mention here is the Golden State Warriors. You guys are going to be so surprised by this. Their roster is changed like crazy. I took a look at their roster in the regular season because it kept beating us. We were not able to defeat the Golden State Warriors even once in the regular season. And the reason for that was they got themselves Jimmy Butler somehow, and as well as Jonas Valanciunas. This team really just got themselves Jimmy Butler and ended up being one of the best teams in the league. So we're going to have to keep an eye out for them if we do make the finals. Let's see what happens here. But first, let me try fixing up Pascal Siakam's minutes before we jump into Game 5. I think I may have fixed the minutes problem we are having with Pascal Siakam. I moved Obi Toppin's secondary position to small forward. I don't know if that'll help, but let's see if it does. We'll be jumping into Simcast for game number 5, where we do have home court advantage, so hopefully we can win this game. Most of the time, the team that goes up 3-2 ends up winning the series, and it looks like we are going to be losing by quite a lot, by 28 points. Ali played good, but we still ended up falling short. And Pascal Siakam once again didn't play the minutes we assigned him, sadly. Fouled out actually in 29 minutes. And he's been fouling a lot. I'm going to go turn his foul tendency down, because that's way too many fouls in the playoffs. 4 fouls a game? Maybe that's why he's not playing the minutes we're assigning him. Perhaps he's just fouling out every single game. So let me go fix that before we jump into this next game, where hopefully we can tie up the series and push it to a Game 7. Alright, Game 6. Let's see if we can defeat them and push it to a Game 7. Hopefully we can. They will have home court advantage for this game. So far, we do have the lead, and it looks like we're going to be winning this game, hopefully. And yes, we do. Let's go by almost 30 points. Halliburton had 36 points, 32 from Pascal Siakam, 14 and 13 from Mark Williams. Benedict Mathurin also has been playing really good. We can also raise Benedict Mathurin's shot tendency. He's shooting 50, 40, 80. Amazing playoff run from Benedict Mathurin. Game 7, we do have home court advantage, which is a good thing. So hopefully we can win this game here and advance to the conference finals. So far, we do have the lead. We're up by 6, 3 minutes remaining. Let's slow this down a little bit in case we need to jump in, which we may need to do and we don't. So we end up winning this game by 5 points. They almost came back there in the fourth quarter, as you guys can see. They outscored us by 8 points. Halliburton had 33 points, 16 assists. Not sure how many assists he's averaging here in the playoffs. He's averaging 11.5 assists per game. Pascal Siakam had 21, 17 from Benedict Mathurin, 16 and 10 from Williams, who's been playing amazing defense as well as offense. For 36 minutes, he's averaging 2.5 steals and 2 blocks, which is insane. And now we're in the conference finals, facing up against the Milwaukee Bucks, who were the 6th seed. They got themselves Derek Lively the 2nd somehow. And yeah, that's what I mean. A lot of the teams end up letting their players walk in instead of picking up the team option from the 2023 draft players. I'm not sure why that happened. So as you guys can see, Derek Lively was also let go by the Dallas Mavericks. And then the Milwaukee Bucks signed him to $23 million a year. I'm not sure how they were able to afford that, but they were somehow. Got rid of Chris Middleton, but they do have Taylor Hendricks, Charles Bassey. They still have a pretty solid team. Damian Lillard, Giannis, and Derek Lively, as well as Bobby Portis. So let's see what happens here. Game number 1 is a win for us. Hallie had 20 points, 20 from Benedict Mathurin, 12 from Pascal Siakam. Game number 2 is also a win for us. Hallie had 29 points, 11 assists, 23 from Benedict Mathurin, 22-point double-double from Andrew Nembhard, 21 from Pascal Siakam. Jarris Walker has been playing really good. The regular season, his efficiency has been amazing since we started this video. Mark Williams with a double-double. Malcolm Brogdon has been playing horrible this playoff run. I may take him out of our rotation and put Ben Shepherd in instead of him because he's playing really bad right now. Or we could put Tyler Kolek in here. I'm not sure which one, but if Malcolm Brogdon continues to play bad, we're taking him out of our rotation. Game 3 is a loss for us. Giannis had 37, 36 from Lillard. Okay. Hallie had 31 and 11. Yeah, Malcolm Brogdon isn't really doing nothing special, so we're going to take him out of our rotation for either Ben Shepherd or Tyler Kolek. I think we may try out Ben Shepherd first, and then if he doesn't play well, we could put in Tyler. I decided to put Tyler Kolek into our rotation, 15 minutes per game to be our backup point guard. We'll see how he continues to play here. Game number 4 is a win for us, which puts us up 3-1. Halliburton had 35, 30 from Nembhard, 23 from Benedict Mathurin, 15-point double-double from Pascal. Whereas Tyler Kolek, he had 3, 3, and 5, as well as 1 steal. So that's pretty good. That's better than what Malcolm Brogdon was doing. Can we gentlemen sweep them? We're not able to gentlemen sweep them. Hallie had 28, 24 from Pascal Siakam, but we still fell short here. Tyler Kolek, yeah, he's playing pretty good. I mean, he's not bad, but he's not putting up 10, 15 points per game either. Let's see what happens here. We do end up winning in 6. Luka Doncic wins Western Conference Finals MVP, and this man is averaging 40 points per game. A 40-point triple-double, not even just a 40-point per game. That's crazy. Halliburton with 30-point double-double, shooting 50, 40, 90. Let's see how the players played this game. So Hallie had 32 points, 14 assists, 21 from Benedict Mathurin, 20 from Pascal Siakam. So yeah, our whole team was pretty good. Tyler shot pretty bad from the 3-point line. He's been shooting bad from the 3-point line. We may honestly take him out for Ben Shepherd as well, depending on how things go here against the Dallas Mavericks, who now somehow got themselves Dyson Daniels. I'm not quite sure how that happened. Maybe his team let him walk from the looks of things, and he was signed in free agency, or he was traded for Kyrie Irving, because Kyrie Irving is no longer on this team. So hopefully we're able to defeat them. They don't really have much firepower. Well, actually they do. Klay Thompson, PJ Washington's averaging 15 a night, 11 from Gafford, 13 from Quinton. Yeah, so this team's not bad. They have Luka putting up 40 points per game. Game 1 is a loss for us. I'm going to come up with a coach game plan before we even advance here. I'm going to put Andrew Nembhard on Luka Doncic, then we'll advance to the second game. So I did come up with a little bit of coach game plan. Let's see what happens here. Game 2 is a win for us. Let's go. Hallie had 30 points, 12 assists, 4 steals, and 2 blocks. Really good defense as well. Benedict Mathurin had 26. Let's see how our defense was. Our defense was pretty good. We held Luka Doncic to 9 of 21, 5 of 14 from Klay Thompson, which is really good. 6 of 16 from Dyson Daniels. Hopefully we can end up winning this series. Pascal Siakam played 34 minutes that game. That's what we need from him in order for us to win, but we do lose game 3. Pascal Siakam did play 38 minutes, put up 24 points. I may adjust the player shot tendencies a little bit here. I'm going to make Benedict Mathurin shoot more buckets since he's playing amazing this playoff run. And I did insert Ben Shepherd into our rotation, and so far he's been playing pretty good, so we're going to keep him in there. But I am going to move around the shot tendencies a little bit here. I moved around the player shot tendencies a little bit. Let's jump into Simcast and see if we can win this game to tie up the series. So far they're beating us, but it's a really close game, so we still could come back. And we're up by 1, 9 minutes remaining. Now they're up by 3. It's a back and forth battle here. Let's slow this down a little bit in case we need to jump in, which we may need to do. And yeah, I'm going to be jumping in right now and seeing if we could get this win. I want to show you guys something. So I jumped in the game and look at what the rotation is. Kyrus Walker is at the point guard position. Pascal Siakam is at the shooting guard position. We have Robert Williams at the power forward. I don't know what's going on here, but this is a horrible rotation. And no wonder we're losing this game. Let me fix this up before we jump in and start playing, because that's one of the worst rotations I've seen. Horrible spacing. Robert Williams at the power forward position would be insane. We're going to run with our regular starting 5. Honestly, that's scary that they were running that rotation, because that's probably a reason we're losing this series. If that was happening right now, that most definitely happened earlier as well. So do we have a timeout? We do have a timeout, which I'm going to call. That way we can substitute our players in. All right, the Dallas Mavericks are starting with the ball. Again, that basically happens every time I decide to jump in. I'm not sure why that's the case, but it is. And we get a block on Luka Doncic. Let's go. Let's see what we can do here. Wide open lane. That should be in, and it is. Let's go. That was an easy bucket from Tyrese Halliburton, who now has 22 points. Let me play as our center, Mark Williams. Oh god, I was not able to get there for the block, sadly. Luka Doncic just keeps running right past the defender. Let's see what we can do here. Run past Dyson Daniels? No, we can't do that. His defense is too good, but we can run past Luka Doncic, so let's do that. Luka Doncic isn't as quick to keep up, as you guys can see. Slam dunk by Tyrese Halliburton. Let's go. That was a nice dunk, to be honest. But now we need to stop Luka Doncic here. He hits a horrible shot, and we do get the rebound. Pass it up to Nembhard and see what we can do here. Mismatch? Not really. Pass that to Pascal Siakam. Halliburton, wide open shot, and that goes in. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Wide open three-point shot that goes right in. Luka Doncic is trying to attack the rim from the looks of things, and that's a miss. Let's go. Hallie does have the ball. Let's see if we can score here once again. We could hold the ball and waste time right now, to be honest. And I think that's what we're going to do until the shot clock is going down to 0. Pass that to Pascal Siakam. Almost a wide open shot. And it goes in. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. We're up by 5. 13 seconds remaining. I highly doubt they're going to be able to come back from this. Especially since there's only 13 seconds remaining. But you never know. Anything is possible when the other team has Luka Doncic. And yeah, they're not able to get Luka Doncic to the ball, but Klay Thompson hits a three-pointer. Okay. I was not expecting that. They do foul Tyrese Halliburton. Halliburton's like a 90% free throw shooter. Close to 90% free throw shooter. And he misses one. Oh god. But the second one is in, luckily. And they don't have a timeout, which is good. So we just gotta stop Luka Doncic here. Oh my god, that almost went in. Good thing it didn't. We do win this game, which makes the series tied at 2-2 apiece. Let's go. That was an insane comeback from our team. Tyrese Halliburton had 28 points, 12 assists, 28 from Pascal Siakam. But that lineup that we jumped into was horrible. We had Robert Williams at the power forward position, and our coach was running Jarris Walker at the point guard position. I'm not sure why that is. Hopefully he doesn't continue doing that, because that rotation is most definitely going to make us lose. But we do have home court advantage this game. Let's see if we're able to win. Go up 3-2, and so far we're destroying the Dallas Mavericks, and it looks like we're going to be winning this game by almost 30 points, 27 points to be exact. Halliburton had 43 and 10, 26 from Pascal Siakam, 14 from Benedict Mathurin, who's playing amazing. Our whole team is playing really, really, really good. Mark Williams had 12 and 5. Now let's see if we can defeat them here in Game 6 and win us a back-to-back championship. They do have home court advantage this game, but I still think we could win this game, especially since the Mavericks no longer have Kyrie Irving. Start of the fourth quarter, they're up by 2 points, and let's see if we can come back from this and jump in. If it's a close game, I'll be jumping in. They're up by 5, they're up by 3, they're up by 1, and we take the lead with 2 minutes remaining. Tie game, 150 remaining. Let's jump in and hopefully get us this win here to win us a back-to-back championship. That would be insane. Let me see what our rotation is looking like. So we have Jarvis Walker, Robert Williams. I'm fine with that. It looks like Mark Williams is fouled out. No, he's not. He's right here. Okay. So yeah, I'm fine with Robert Williams for his defense. Pascal Siakam and Jarvis Walker. Who could we switch for Jarvis Walker? Jarvis Walker is fine, to be honest. We could switch Nemhart, but I'm fine with this rotation. So let's see. We do have the ball, which is really good. Pass it up to Tyrese Halliburton. Get the lane wide open and run right past him and hit him with the slam dunk. Let's go. That was a really easy bucket from Tyrese Halliburton. Now who has the ball? It's Quentin Grimes. It looks like Luka Doncic may be fouled out from the looks of things. Let's see if he's fouled out because he's not in the game at the moment. And he's fouled out. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. And even if he was in the game, he's shooting 4 of 13. So clearly our defense was really good on him. But yeah, he's fouled out. That's a really good sign. That means we're probably going to be winning this game. That's a horrible shot selection. We get the rebound. Pass it up to Benedict Mathurin. Benedict Mathurin's quick, so we should be able to run past Klay Thompson pretty easily here. And yeah, that was a case. I'm not sure why he didn't dunk that, but it's all right. He has 17 points. 12 of those points were in the paint. Quentin Grimes has the ball. Let's see what they're going to try doing here. They pass it up to Klay Thompson. Oh god. Okay, that was not wide open at all. I thought that was going to be wide open, but it wasn't even close to being wide open. That's an easy bucket. They keep leaving Halliburton and the lane open, and now Hallie's skipping back to our side of the court. Let's go. Klay Thompson with the ball. Let's see what he's going to do. Maybe he's attacking the rim. He did attack it, but it did not go in. And now they're playing the foul game with 40 seconds remaining. They foul Robert Williams. That might have been a smart move, to be honest. Robert Williams isn't the best free throw shooter. And yeah, exactly. That was a smart move, to be honest. First shot is a miss from us. Hopefully we can make the second one here. And it looks like it's going to be a miss. So we miss both free throws. Klay Thompson with a really high IQ move there. And they miss. Oh my god, it's Robert Williams again with the rebound. And now we gotta shoot 2 more free throws with him. We're most definitely probably going to miss one. I think he's a pretty bad free throw shooter. Let's see. So yeah, he's like a 50% free. In real life, he's actually a good free throw shooter. 70%, 70%, 70%, 60. So yeah, in real life, he's a really good free throw shooter. And the first one does go in, which puts us up by 7 points. Let's go. And the second one is also in. Well, that's what I'm talking about. That puts us up by 8 points. Dyson Daniels with the ball. Let's see what he's going to do. He's not a good 3-point shooter. They give it out to Klay Thompson, and he hits the 3-pointer. There was no contest on that shot from who was guarding him. So Benedict Mathurin barely closed out on him. He left him kind of wide open, and that's Klay Thompson. Can't really do that to Klay Thompson now, can we? Halliburton with the free throws. He should hit both of them. He's a really good free throw shooter. Let's see what happens here. And the first one is in. Let's go. And the second one is also in, which puts us up by 7 points. There's no way they're coming back here. Luka isn't in the game anymore. There's just no way. Oh yeah, let's go. That was an insane block with Jarvis Walker and the slam dunk. That was an insane slam dunk. Insane block and then slam dunk right after that by Jarvis Walker. Oh, that was almost another block. That would have been cool if we were able to get that. But we weren't. Let's just go for that shot for the fun of it. And we do end up missing that shot. But we end up winning ourselves back-to-back championships. That's what I'm talking about. That was insane. Honestly, I did not think we were going to be winning back-to-back championships. I didn't think we would be able to win a championship in the first season of this rebuild. That was unexpected. but we did end up winning. And Halliburton should be winning Finals MVP. Najee Marshall crying, Klay Thompson telling him it's okay, bro. We still have next season. Well, that's a whole year away. And why is there a WNBA girl here? What was just going on there? I seen a WNBA girl in the background hugging the coach. Another glitch by the looks of things. That may have been a glitch, I'm not sure. They're handing Jarris Walker. Is that Jarris Walker the trophy, I think? I think that's Jarris Walker, I believe. Pascal Siakam with the trophy. Let's see who's going to win Finals MVP. And of course, it's Tyrese Halliburton. I mean, bro was averaging like a 30-point double-double. I'll show you guys the player stats here in a second for the playoffs and then the NBA Finals. And then we'll be calling this a video. Back-to-back championship. That was a fun video to do. Tyrese Halliburton wins Finals MVP, averaging 31 points, 11.5 assists. Let me show you guys our player stats for the playoffs. So this is for the whole playoffs in general. 23 games our players played. Halliburton, 31 points per game, 11 assists, shooting almost 50-40-90. 19 from Pascal Siakam, 17 from Benedict Mathurin, 12 from Mark Williams, 11.5 from Andrew Nembhard, 10 from Obi Toppin off our bench, who was amazing, 7.5 from Jarris Walker, and then the rest of the team. Now I'll show you guys the player stats for the NBA Finals. So Halliburton led the way in scoring with 31 points per game, 3 rebounds, 11.5 assists, as well as 1.5 steals. Right behind him was Pascal Siakam, averaging 21 points per game, 7 rebounds, 3.5 assists. On really good efficiency. He was shooting 50% from the field. How did he shoot from the 3-point line? 34, so he kind of struggled, but that's all right. Aldi shot 47% from the 3-point line. And then our third option on our team was Benedict Mathurin, averaging 18 points per game, as well as 7 rebounds. Underrated rebounder. I did not know Benedict Mathurin was that good of a rebounder. And then we have Obi Toppin averaging 11.5 points per game in only 18 minutes. 10 from Mark Williams, 8 from Andrew Nembhard. He struggled offensively, shooting 37%. Tyler Kolek, 7 points. Okay, we played him one game. 6.5 from Walker, who also struggled, shooting 36%. Robert Williams, 5 points, 6.5 rebounds. 4 from Ben Shepherd, who played really good in the limited minutes he was playing. So that's it for the Indiana Pacers rebuild. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure to drop a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new for more NBA 2K25 content. And yeah, hit that like button, subscribe. Also comment down below what video you guys would like to see next, and I'll try to make that happen. And that's it for today's video. Until next time, it's your boy Dragon, and I'm out. Peace.